Hey guys, how you doing? Want to show you a couple things. First, I rehandled my Spartan Machete. You've seen this one before with the horse stallman handle, and it wasn't good. It wasn't not the stallman material. I love it, but it just the way I did it wasn't good. So I rehandled it. This is actually one of my favorite blades. I really like to use it because this thing weighs next to nothing, and it's still decent chopper. And very versatile blade. You know, finger super close to the handle, to the cutting edge. It weighs just over 10 ounces. So imagine this 9-inch blade. 9-inch blade, very versatile, incredible cutter because it's thin blade, just like machete. You know, 0.11 inch, 3V. This is one of my favorites, and I redid the handle. This is one of the Burls that I got from my friend Skylar, able to survive. Book matched. I did the same thing. The inside is matched, so the grain kinda, it's such a crazy burl that you couldn't even really know even if it wasn't, but they are matched. You can some spots you can see it. It's not super perfect. I didn't go crazy because this is a heavy user knife, but it's beautiful wood, really pretty wood, and I love this knife. Very nice knife. One of my favorites, definitely. For the this is like the knife that I would carry on my side all the time, no problem, because it's so light yet so capable. It kind of combines the bigger knife machete and the small knife, because you can use this knife like this for anything really. Nice, very small recurve, but still a little bit, so you have that little advantage of the recurve, but still almost like a straight blade. Little drop. I think it's good looking, and like I said, one of my very favorites. And I want to say big thank you to Nate. Don't know the YouTube name actually, because we always communicate through emails. He hooked me up with about 20-30 pounds, probably 20 pounds of Kydex. He has some hookup. Most of this is actually 0.93. I think the 0.08, the 8-8 rivets will work on it, no problem. But with it, just trade the deal. I'm gonna send him some knife making supplies, some handle materials and stuff like that. So very generous. I'm gonna let him comment in the video, and if somebody is interested and if he is willing, he did mention something, so you know, you guys try to contact him if you see him in the comments. I'm pretty sure he will, or maybe he will contact somebody who will show some interest in the Kydex, because I'm pretty sure that he would like to trade some stuff, some more stuff from other people too. I got a lot of supplies. It's not the colors that I normally use, but hey, who cares? You know, color is just color. You know, as long as the shit is good, who really cares? And actually, this, the one I got the most, this kind of brownish, it's actually not a bad color. Just imagine, that's a pretty nice color combination. It looks a little different on the camera. On the camera it goes a little to the gray scale, but it's just like brown, like any other brown, light brown. Little couple pieces of kind of like OD green, blue, gray, actually light gray too, and 2 pieces of very thick, I don't know what you call it, sand color, but pretty sweet. It has a little different texture than normally. This Kydex has very, you cannot see it on camera, very fine texture. Let me see if I can show you difference this way. You hear that? You hear that? It's quite a lot finer than the regular Kydex. This is like the regular Kydex when you buy from knife kits and pretty much any other supply. It's kind of rough. It has a nice texture. This is very fine, but again, it's really just looks. If anything, I would guess that this would collect less dirt actually than this. Inside, same thing. It actually is stamped Kydex. Some of them have like a stamps to let people know what kind of material it is. So very big thank you. It's a lot of Kydex that will help me. You know, I will send him some stuff that he can use that I have you know, more of, or I have to share with, and he shared this with me. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And let me know what you think about this guy. I personally think that wood is really beautiful. I don't remember, Skylar did say when he gave it to me which burl it is. I have no idea, but I just know it is very pretty. You see that nice shallow, everything's rounded finger grooves. Somebody actually yesterday, I think it was actually James, who asked in one of the blades, like, he's not sure if the handle design I normally use, if this bump here wouldn't be kind of uncomfortable for your middle finger. And it isn't, because pretty much most of the hands, and at this point I can even say the big hands also, your index finger comes right here behind it. It's not, I've seen somebody saying like, oh, if you have this index finger, your finger, it's nonsense. It's not true. And again, it was a video of person who I don't like, and it wasn't true. If you have a hand like this, your index finger will not come to this point. You're not holding the knife like this. You just, your natural grip puts the finger behind that little hump. And if you see, the index finger is not that deep. Sometimes when I do the knives, I'll show you here, before the heat treat, it actually is kind of deeper. But when you do the handle and everything, you always take a little bit of metal off, and I always round this, as you see on this handle. You see it nice and round. This one is still sharp, but when you're actually finishing the knife, after the heat treat and with the handle on, you will make sure, if you want to do the right job, you always make sure that you round everything off. Everything where your hand could come in contact with, you want to try to round it off, even though sometimes it's not as easy. Sometimes it might not look as nice. If you want to do knives for real use and hard use, my advice is you always try to round everything off. Like for example, even the end here, you see the end where your hand will never be in contact with the corners. I rounded them off. But even though I didn't have to, I could have leave them nice and crisp, sharp. I just don't like it. And even if you like just scratch on it, you know, you're reaching for your knife or something, it would be uncomfortable. So why not round it? That's me. I don't know if you would agree. I think the people who really use their knives hard, especially when you're talking bigger fixed blades outdoors, I think they would agree, because they know what I'm talking about. And that's just the way I roll. Alright guys, thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.